In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. We begin with the blessed name of Allah, the one who is most kind and most merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear respected viewers, tonight I bring to you such a powerful spiritual practice that wherever it is recited at night, that house is filled with abundant wealth by morning. Angels of sustenance descend throughout the night, carrying treasures of wealth and blessings. My dear brothers and sisters, if you are surrounded by grief, hardship, or distress, if you are in search of an action practice that can completely transform your life, then listen carefully. Perhaps you have already recited hundreds of spiritual practices every day, seeking a single tashbih that could bring prosperity into your home overnight. A tashbih that fulfills your greatest needs and heartfelt desires within moments by the command of Allah. Then from after Isha until before Fajr, at any time of the night, perform this miraculous practice. Insha Allah, if Allah the most generous wills, the hands that used to ask will become hands that give. Wealth and money will be nothing compared to this practice. Even if you ask for all the treasures of the world, Allah Kareem will fill your empty hands with them. For this one-night practice is known as the Sultan of Wealth. Thousands upon thousands have recited it and experienced miracles. Whoever was burdened with grief, poverty, or financial struggle, when they performed this practice at night, their conditions changed instantly. From the unseen, angels of wealth appeared carrying provisions. If you have spent your whole life reading different spiritual practices and performing practices but have never seen any benefit, then tonight, for Allah's sake, perform this one. No matter where you are, in Pakistan, India, any village, city, or country, from after Isha until before Fajr, at any moment of the night, perform this practice. Insha Allah, you will witness such a transformation that you will spend your whole life thanking Allah. You will say, "Indeed, this was a true and powerful practice." This practice removes hardship and attracts wealth from the unseen. It has been tested by thousands across the world. Whoever performed it in moments of poverty or desperation saw their lives change by morning. Even a beggar on the street who performs this practice at night, by Allah, his poverty vanishes and wealth comes to him miraculously. My dear brothers and sisters, if you are suffering from financial problems, unemployment, or hopelessness, if the world has turned its back on you, then perform this Sultan of Wealth practice exactly as I explain tonight. Insha Allah, every need and desire will be fulfilled within moments by Allah's command. From the unseen, wealth will appear in ways that will leave you astonished. You will become givers instead of seekers. Your wealth will overflow. You may spend and spend, but by Allah's mercy, it will never finish. So now I present this practice to you, for all my brothers and sisters who truly wish to change their lives, who desire financial ease, and wish to remove poverty, illness, or distress from their homes. If your financial state is weak, if there is poverty or illness in your family, then perform this one-night practice from after Isha till before Fajr. You can also perform it every night if you wish. There is no restriction, and it will never harm you. Recite it with complete faith and trust in Allah Almighty. Do not perform it with a distracted or careless heart. The stronger your faith, the greater the results you will witness. Because this practice brings success, abundance, and miraculous change, it has been tried by countless people around the world. When someone in distress recites it at night, by morning, the angels of wealth fill his home with blessings, and his greatest needs are fulfilled instantly by Allah's will. So listen carefully. This miraculous practice that fulfills every wish and removes every hardship is now being presented to you. If you have tried many spiritual practices without benefit and your problems keep increasing, then, for the sake of Allah, perform this practice once in your life according to the instructions I will give you. It is simple, but in its power, it surpasses every major spiritual practice of the world. All the spiritual practices you may have recited throughout your life are on one side, and this one-night Sultan of Wealth practice stands alone on the other. If you ignore it tonight, then believe me, you will have missed one of the greatest blessings of your. So tonight, sit peacefully and calmly. Wherever you are, at home, in your office, or your shop, try to perform it at home, because home is the best place for such practices. Sit with full peace of mind and complete faith in Allah. Do not perform it with laziness or without focus. Perform it with sincerity and deep belief that Allah will answer you. Insha Allah, after performing this practice, you will never have to extend your hand before anyone again. If you've spent a lifetime struggling, wandering in need, then after this practice, your days of hardship will end. Insha Allah, every problem will be solved, every difficulty will be removed, and unseen wealth will appear in your life. Before beginning the practice at night, when you sit peacefully after finishing all your worldly tasks, dinner, phone, and everything else, then start by sending salawat, durood upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam once. You may recite any durood you know, durood Ibrahimi, or simply sallallahu ala Muhammad, or sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Recite any form you remember, because sending blessings upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the key to every practice. Once you recite Durood Shareef, include the first spiritual practice in your practice. This is the soul of the practice, the Sultan of Wealth itself. It attracts wealth instantly, removes poverty completely, and fulfills the biggest of needs by Allah's command within seconds. So listen carefully. The first part of this practice, which is the heart of the practice, will now be presented to you. Begin this blessed practice by first sending salawat and salam upon the most beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Present this gift of peace and blessings to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam before starting the practice. You may recite any Durood Shareef that you know. Once you have done that, you must include the first spiritual practice in your practice. This is the soul of the entire practice, the Sultan of Wealth. It is a spiritual practice that gathers treasures of wealth from the unseen, and by Allah's command, fulfills even the greatest of needs and desires within minutes or even seconds. My dear brothers and sisters, today I am presenting to you a miraculous spiritual practice, a simple and short one, yet so powerful that it outweighs even the greatest of all spiritual practices. After reciting Durood Shareef in this one-night practice, the first spiritual practice you must include is Ya Qadiroo, Ya Qadiroo, Ya Qadiroo. Recite it calmly and peacefully, with deep belief. This miraculous spiritual practice has brought piles of wealth from the unseen for thousands of believers. My dear brothers and sisters, you must recite Ya Qadiroo 7 times only, not 6, not 8, exactly 7 times. Once you finish the first spiritual practice, immediately move to the second spiritual practice of this practice, one that is equally powerful and miraculous, known to fulfill the greatest wishes by the will of Allah within moments. When you sit at night for this practice, do not stand or move until you have completed it fully. Sit in one place, read the entire practice peacefully, and when you complete it, raise your hands and beg from Allah for your needs, desires, and relief from every pain, distress, and illness. Insha Allah, as soon as you perform this practice, Your every wish and every need will be fulfilled in seconds, and wealth from the unseen will arrive by the command of difficulties, poverty, and hardship, and replaces them with honor, abundance, and divine blessings. After completing the second spiritual practice 7 times, you will move to the third spiritual practice of this practice. Although it takes a little time to explain every detail, when you actually perform this practice at night, it will take you less than half a minute. It is not a long or time-consuming spiritual practice. It is short, easy, but extremely powerful, greater than any lengthy practice. So remember, before starting, 1. Recite Durood Shareef once. 2. Then recite Ya Qadiroo 7 times. 3. Then Ya Malikoo 7 times. Now comes the third spiritual practice, the heart of miracles, the remover of difficulties, the destroyer of poverty, and the bringer of wealth from the unseen. This powerful spiritual practice is La Hawla wa la Quwwata illa Billah. This is a miraculous and most effective spiritual practice. You must recite this 11 times only, not 10, not 12, exactly 11 times. This spiritual practice will remove every trouble, every hardship, and every financial difficulty from your life. Once you finish this 11 times, move immediately to the fourth and final spiritual practice of the practice. This is the most powerful part, the crown of the entire practice. The Sultan of Wealth, the one that attracts divine assistance and unseen sustenance. So now, my dear brothers and sisters, hold your tasbih in your hands, or count on your fingers if you don't have one, and recite with peace and full focus. Ya Hayyu, Ya Qayyum. Recite Ya Hayyu, Ya Qayyum 7 times only. When both names are recited together once, it counts as one. This is the final spiritual practice of this practice, the essence of spiritual wealth, the remover of poverty, key to divine blessings. It brings unseen wealth, removes all hardships, and blesses you with honor, peace, and abundance. After completing the entire practice, recite Durood Shareef again at the end. Then raise your hands before Allah, spread your palms wide, and make heartfelt dua for all your needs, for sustenance, peace, health, wealth, and happiness. Insha Allah, by the will of Allah the Most Generous, this practice will end your poverty, remove every distress, and fill your life with blessings from the unseen. If this video and practice touched your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Because Insha Allah, I will continue sharing such powerful spiritual practices and practices with you regularly. Take care of yourselves, remember me in your duas, and until we meet again with another powerful spiritual practice, Khuda Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair.